Okay, so I was always intrigued when I was young by The Powers of 10, a really amazing book by Ray and Charles Eames that zoomed out from a picnic sheet in Chicago to see the whole world. And it was really an incredible book that just, you just expanded the universe. And it was really intriguing. But this story tonight is about the power of 20, 20 by 20, how we've zoomed out from a one-off event in Tokyo to 100 to 1,235 cities around the world, including Orlando, one of our favorite cities. And thanks to Eddie for all he does there for creating a really creative hub. So it all started in this space here called Super Deluxe in Tokyo. And here we, 17 years ago, at the dawn of digital photography, Keynote on the Mac, which didn't crash, we had these show and share evenings where we got architects and designers to show and share what they did. No longer did you have to put slides into carousels. And this evening, it was a one-off event. People loved it. But you know what? Architects talk too much, and that's where our format came from, 20 slides, 20 seconds. And we called it pachacha. That means the sound of chit-chat in Japanese. It's an onomatopoeia, pachacha, pachacha, pachacha. And this one-off event was born. But people in the audience loved it and said they would like to present. And they'd also got other people that they think should present at this format. So we're a bottom-up format. We're not top-down, we're bottom-up. And this guy is 63. He builds some of the biggest construction fences around some of the tallest buildings in Japan. He's never spoken in public, but he's a hidden hero. And that's what Pachacha is all about, finding hidden heroes. So why has this format become so popular all around the world? Well, we think it's because of that simple framework, 20 slides, 20 seconds. It gives this very nice story arc. It's very easy to get your head around, and it's fun, fast, and friendly. And yeah, it's just kids can do it. Astrid, my business partner and the co-founder, her daughter did it when she was 5. My mother did it when she was 17. The other key thing is we just want you to look, listen, and think. There's no video, there's no lower 1/3, there's no Anderson Cooper telling you what's coming up next. We want you to look, listen, and think. And 20 seconds can be quite long. It can be incredibly short. And just like Twitter, the restriction is everything. So the 400 seconds is always the same. It's like a Big Mac. You always know what you're kind of gonna get. And it's also a level playing field. We've had really famous architects present in this format and students too, back to back. And generally the students do better than the famous architects. But Pachacha's always like a box of chocolates. You never know quite what you're gonna get. One of the great things about it is not just a format, 20 slides, 20 seconds. It's a vibrant, creative community all around the world. And that's what's kept us together, and that's what keeps us growing. We grow by about 10 cities a month, which is really amazing. Even now, during the pandemic, new cities keep joining us. But that community is really, really important. And in March, in March in 2011, we had this huge earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear issues in Japan. Nearly 1 million buildings were touched by it. 130,000 were completely destroyed. The scale was immense. And what was wonderful is the global Pachacha community got together, and we held an online event on Skype, believe it or not, back 10 years ago. And 100 cities got together, including Orlando. Thank you so, so much. And we raised $100,000, and we started building some temporary community centers in the areas that were badly affected. Only a few weeks later, Christchurch was hit by not 1, but 3 major earthquakes. And Pachacha's very strong there. And the community got together. And in fact, the mayor of Christchurch said that Pachacha was one of the main things that helped the city rebuild, which is really amazing. And then, of course, Nepal was hit a couple of years ago by a very, very strong earthquake. And here with our team in Kathmandu, we got together and we asked people to bring photographs or make Pachacha presentations about what Kathmandu and Nepal looked like before the earthquake, because people didn't really have photographs. And now we've got the global pandemic. We've gone from 1,200 events to 0, you know, and in the end of March, we had no events on the calendar. We normally have 100, 120 events, but it went to 0. But again, the community is everything, like I say. It's not just a format, it's a community. And by April the 9th, our London and Manchester teams got together and hosted the first online event. And then we in Tokyo hosted ours on the 16th, and the rest is history. We've held over 90 events so far and about 700 people have made inspiring presentations about how they have survived through the pandemic. And Eddie too was very vibrant here and got together with us all. And you held your first event, and thank you so much, on the 9th of May. And I joined that, and there were some really wonderful presentations, very thought-provoking, because these moments of difficulty actually create creativity and awesome things happen. This is Tachikawa-san from Nozaina. He designed this amazing face mask, and he presented this on Prochacha, which is a single plastic slip folder, which with 3 cuts turns into a PPE face mask. His video on YouTube's been watched nearly 10 million times. And then we've got Morag in London. She'd always wanted to paint her apartment and her wall outside her house. And she's a really fantastic graphic designer from the Royal College of Art in London, where Astrid and I are from. And she's made these amazing, vibrant, fabulous paintings in East London. And then Design Emergency. This is a project by Paola Antonelli from MoMA and Alice Roston from the London Design Museum. And they've been capturing, just like us, very different but very interesting projects from around the world. And these girls have got these COVID hairstyles, which was really amazing. And there's another presentation about how you can use the advertising. Not many people are advertising at the moment, but can this be used for art, and can this be used to inspire people, get people back on their feet? Because you have to remember, these days will pass. And this is all about the power of 20. Thank you so much.